Hey Libra, welcome to my channel. So guys, September is kind of being a little bit of a love reading for September. I think that because Venus has been in retrograde, it's now going... Oh, direct, you got two cards. Yes, it's stuck, it's okay. You might be able to hear my vacuum has stopped. I have a little genie robot thing. And it's beeping. Beeping. I have my 3-year-old next to me as well. So yeah, it's going direct. Venus is going direct, and we also have Mercury in retrograde as well. Don't know the dates for that, so check that out if you're not fully understanding. But what this could mean is that basically with the two being retrograding currently as I am doing this reading, is that you may have a lot of communication in regards to relationships. Your values and relationships will be tested during this time, really kind of helping you come into a realization of what you do value and what you want for your relationships, and where things need adjusting, I guess, might have come forward. So let's just jump into this reading for you. So this first column, we have you, your energy, that kind of vibe. You have created this situation. You have the power to change it. As I read this, Libra, I feel as though this really is kind of core to values, really. I feel as though that you're not fully in alignment, or you might feel like you're not in alignment with your true core values currently and presently. The thing is, like, to do that is basically our own choices, right? We are in control of what we choose to live by, the rules we choose to live by in terms of our values. For example, if you value family time, if you are choosing to not make that a priority, or that you have not focused on this is you choosing to, not honor that value of creating those family times and being close to your family, right? In terms of work-wise, if your value is to put a lot of effort into work and you haven't really been doing that for whatever reason. Okay, it's okay, Mummy will come and see to it in a little bit. And what I'm trying to say here is I feel like it is more about understanding that if things are not in alignment with your true values, it's just because of the choices that you're choosing to make presently. And so you do have the power to change that. And that's what I feel with this. You are crafting something. However, I feel like, again, there's a limit here that you are self-imposing for whatever reason. It might not even be consciously. Hang on a second, babes. Hang on. It might not even be consciously. You could be subconsciously doing this. However, I guess when we bring things to consciousness and realizations, that's when the magic starts to happen, because we can start correcting what, again, we have been putting out in the world without realizing that we've been doing that. What's up, little bug? Okay. Your weird eyes. Just showing me a funny face. Let go of fear now. So again, what could be what has been limiting you or creating a blockage is literally fears. These are ifs, buts, whats, maybes that we put upon ourselves. I'm hoping that's the postie that's just pulled in and I don't have a guest. And this is saying to let go of them now. Like, go forward fearlessly. Here it is. Now you need to trust in your instincts. Now fears, I like to point out, are things that we create that are not true. They don't exist, but they're basically walls that we create for ourselves. Sometimes it can be a good thing, i.e. I best not touch fire because I'll burn out myself. However, half the time it is that I can't do that because what if that impacts, like, what if that hurts someone's feelings? And the thing is, like, you kind of prevent yourself from doing something because it might do X, Y, Z, instead of you realizing that it might not impact in that way. I feel like that example I gave was a really rubbish example, but there could be something really here in regards to other people's feelings that, again, is halting you in your spot. That could be something to think on, because I don't know why that came through for you, so this could be a personal message for you. I do feel like, again, there's somebody reflecting off this sword here. There's definitely someone else involved in this letting go of fears. I'm actually going to pull another card with this card in regards to what is this other person's play here. Oh, I see it. It was reversed. Pay attention. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. That is not a good, not helpful for me. Basically, this card says that it's kind of very similar to the you've created the situation and you have the power to change it. It's kind of like get creative to get it out of this. With this being in regards to the person, it's not giving me a whole lot, I won't lie. But I feel like maybe this is because it's not other people. This is, again, fears, self-imposed things, that maybe you're thinking too much of others when really the significance of the situations don't require you to think of others, or don't require you to be focusing so much outside of yourself rather than inside of yourself. That definitely is ringing true with me more. The words are flowing more with that, feeling the truth in that. But there is still this person just reflecting off the sword. So perhaps there's something you feel like you need to shield yourself from. And again, this could be preventing you. So it's like, why do I feel like I'm doing that? Why is this preventing? I feel like these are questions for you personally, Libra. Decide to be happy now. And that's exactly what I'm just saying. You have to live now, live in this moment. Make choices based on this moment. Stop waiting till you're here, till you're there, until this falls into place. Saying live in the moment and live in the now. I do feel like with these cards saying that use your imagination, you'll see the answer, and you have the power to change this. It's kind of like saying that you might not see everything that's coming towards you, and or know where you're going to be or where you're going to go or how things might shape and change. Now, I feel like the worrying about this creates those fears, creates that blockages. Whereas if you choose to just live in the moment and live in the now and experience life now, this is where you will find your happiness. Give me a little bug. He just banged his head on the corner of this little table I have set up here. Oh, you're going to have to climb up because Mommy has no arms. Now, this second column is relationships. We have two cards in this top position for you. We have, take your time making this decision and pay attention to your dreams. Can you sit better? And this card, I mean, at the moment, everybody's kind of having vivid dreams. I feel like this card has come up for a lot of people during this time, that we are being guided through our dreams to kind of trust in the messages we're receiving. There's definitely messages there. What are you doing, stinky butt? Oh, let's get you comfy. Take your time in making these decisions means there's no rush here. I do feel like in terms of relationship, there's actually not big issues, as though your focus doesn't need to be on your relationships, which you are the first sign really I've felt that so far. It feels as though that it's like what you're seeing or feeling in terms of relationship, to trust and honor on that really more than anything. So follow with it. Now I'm just going to jump to the next card and then move back up. It's saying pay attention. Romance angels are helping you, which mean to me this is a card is very much saying that everything is fine within relationships. I don't feel like your focus needs to be on love in terms of relationships. I do feel like it is where the love aspect comes in it to it for you, Libra, is literally in regards to your life and your circumstances. And I feel like you need to do what, again, is right for you, and to trust in your intuition with this. This is why this is take your time, but also pay attention to your dreams. It's saying take your time and listen to your inner wisdom. Runies, you're talking very loudly. Okay, so roll over. And again, the romance angels are helping you. This is basically saying like you have your spirit team. You're surrounded by love and support, which again is in alignment with the let go of fear now. It's saying, look, you're supported. Everything's working in your favor. You don't need to worry as much as potentially you are, Libra. It's like let go of the worries. The final card, in reverse, pay attention. Focus upon divine and perfect health. This is saying, again, focus on number one. So again, I do feel like maybe your focus has been external from yourself, and it's saying, let's get back to making sure that we are taking care of ourselves and our own needs. We are resting well, we are eating well, we are moving, exercising, we are drinking plenty of water. It's just ticking those basic needs is taking care of your divine health. And I think you need to realize that too. And this comes with balance, with resting and working too. It's about balance, Libra, and you are the sign of balance. And I do feel like you've been craving and trying and shifting to try and create a balance for quite some time. And potentially maybe you're not quite getting that. And this is creating, again, this unease of balance underneath in your core or something. Your home is protected by angels. If you have worries, and this column is literally really guidance and advice for the best outcome for you, saying that your home life, your loved ones are protected during this time, so you can stop worrying there as well. You have a lot of messages in here saying stop worrying Libra. That's your reading, just stop worrying. Which is pretty cool but annoying, right? I imagine. You have the next card with this. I will go back to that one as well. But here we have energy healing work. So you have focus on divine and perfect health and energy healing work. To me, they're one and the same cards, just, you know, a little bit different. And again, so it's making sure that you are taking care of your energy. Now, worries and stress and fears are something that will burden your energy, right? So it's something to focus or shift your focus from and not focus on them, if that helps. Meditation could be very helpful with this. Now, going back to your home is protected by angels. Some of you may be moving or an impending move or travels, and so there could be some kind of concern on that, and this is basically a card of reassurance that everything will be well and all is well and as it should be. With this energy healing, again, it is shifting your focus and bringing it to self. So I do want you to realize that your guidance really truly is to focus on upon self. These final two cards are guarded and protected, and this one's in reverse, so pay attention. Positive thoughts create positive results. So this is sort of saying that perhaps there's this need to shift your internal monologue. There could be, again, with stresses and fears, we sometimes start with the self-doubts and worries. Guarded and protected, again, is another card of reassurance that you are guarded and protected through this, but it's also a card that says take care of your energy and don't allow the thoughts and opinions of others to impact you and your, again, internal monologue. Sometimes we take on the energy of others and fear for others, and I feel like that's generally what I was feeling here in the reflection of people. I feel like maybe you're allowing the external opinions of others or even just the energy of others to ever infiltrate you or take your focus, however you want to look at it. And this is saying it's time for you now to build your guards up and take care of Roonies. It's too noisy. I can't hear myself speak, so they won't be able to hear me talking. So keep that in mind. The sword is, I feel like you could be quite defensive during this time. Roonies? Roon, please, come on. You're talking every time I talk and I can't. Be nice, please. Positive thoughts create positive results. This card comes up to say it's time for you to shift away from, again, the negative mindset. You may be allowing those negative thoughts to come in more so than they should. There's a sword in both of these two. So I do think you need to be wary and careful of being a little bit defensive, because again, when we are feeling a little bit more negative, we can be quite defensive and take things personally when people don't mean it that way. Just be conscious of that with this guarded and protected as well. It could be taking things the wrong way and acting, again, in defense and aggression instead of naturally. Sorry, Libra, he's obviously getting a bit bored of me recording. You are the third one of today. But with this positive thoughts create positive results, it's a really positive card of manifestation, saying if all that you wish to achieve comes basically from seeing things from a different perspective, that comes from a place of love rather than, again, opposing and coming from a darker space. If you want things to come in alignment, then you need to sort of start healing the side of yous that are creating blockages and that kind of thinking. So be mindful of that. But it does feel very positive reading, to be honest. It's kind of saying things are going to be okay, so let's start working on self so that we are no longer worrying and stressing and creating an imbalance in our lives. So I'm loving this for you, Libra. I feel like it's a very positive, feels like a very time to focus on yourself kind of month, and having that time to be able to do that. So I'm loving this for you. Stop worrying, everything's gonna be okay. Thank you guys. Thank you, Libra, for being here. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next month. Thank you guys.